You see this show right here? It's called Kamen Rider, and it's a Sunday morning superhero show in Japan, made for kids. For the most part, it's true. It's aired during the superhero time segment in Japan, and the majority of the show's viewers are enjoyed by children. But did you know that the show is also popular among women? And why is that? Well, it's because of something called the Odagiri Effect, which I'll explain in just a bit. Kamen Rider is a superhero franchise that's been around since the 70s. It did go on hiatus a few times before it returned permanently to TV in the year 2000, where its demographic would change entirely. The series is still going on strong. It's successful in that it sells a lot of merchandise you'd expect it to. Toys, movies, stage shows, stationery, and these magazines of the pretty boy actors. So time to explain it. When Kamen Rider Kuga came out, producers discovered that, besides the target demographics, Kuga was also attracting a large audience of women around the age of 30, aka the mothers of the children who watch Kamen Rider. They were captivated by Odagiri Joe's looks and charms, the star of Kamen Rider Kuga. And after Kuga ended, Toei had a thought. What if we were intentional with casting attractive male leads to attract the female audience? A bigger audience means more variety in products you can sell, and just like that, the trend of casting ikemen, or pretty boys, started. According to Excite, women in Japan like men who are hoso macho, or thin men with well-defined musculature. Hoso macho men, action scenes, best match. This phenomenon was dubbed the Odagiri Effect, in which a program attracts larger than expected number of female viewers because the program stars attractive male actors or characters. And there's also a niche audience of adults who don't fall into the women around 30 category that just generally enjoys Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and other Tokusatsu shows. The Odagiri Effect doesn't just apply to Tokusatsu, but other shows too, like Prince of Tennis, Kuroko's Basketball, Yuri on Ice, you name it. So as you may have already guessed, the Odagiri Effect is named after Odagiri Joe, the star of Kamen Rider Kuga. After Kuga, he went on to having a high-profile career, from TV and movies, both domestically and internationally, on music shows, variety shows, you name it. If you've ever watched Midnight Diner, he literally plays two different characters. The policeman who works in the little box, and the wanderer who drops profound lines. But was Odagiri's success after starring in a children's program just a fluke? Well, let's find out. Following the shows after Kuga, the actors of the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai series went on to varying levels of success after the show they were on ended. From many having a modest career, to some enjoying superstardom. You see, for some reason, many of Japan's top stars had their start in Toei's Tokusatsu series. Was starring in Toei's Tokusatsu shows the secret to success? Let's see what Toei's producer, Shirakura Shinichiro, had to say. According to Shirakura, he and his team are always looking for newcomers in order to save money. The audition process starts with a regular chit-chat, where Shirakura gets a feel for the actor's personality in order to find two things. He specifically looks for human emotion, like joy, anger, grief, and pleasure. He wants to see how they smile, to see if it lights up a room. The second thing he looks for is how quickly they respond. He wants to see how quickly they can throw a ball back if it's thrown at them from out of left field. And after that, they are given a script to read. Out of all the Tokusatsu actors he's ever met, two stand out, Sato Takeru and Mizushima Hiro. Let's talk about Sato Takeru first. At the Kamen Rider Den-O edition, Shirakura gave Sato Takeru a script for a character with multiple personalities. However, the word multiple personalities was not written in the script. If you have poor intuition, you'll think there's simply a change in tone with the character's speech, Shirakura said. But with good intuition, you'll find that there are two personalities, A and B. However, not only did Sato Takeru find personalities A and B, he found the hidden personality, C. This, of course, won the lead role of Kamen Rider Den-O for Sato Takeru. Shortly after Den-O, Sato Takeru became one of Japan's top actors. There was a time he was everywhere because Japan would cast him in the lead role knowing that he'd be capable of filling the role and that movie would almost guarantee to be a box office hit. He eventually started his his own acting agency and now gets to be more picky about his roles. He even produced and starred in the Netflix drama Glass Heart about a famous musician named Fujitani Naoki who starts his own band. I don't know how often Japanese celebrities show off their houses, but on Sato Takeru's YouTube channel, we learned that he has a room full of instruments because that's just how dedicated he was to his role. For Mizushima Hiro, he got the role as Tendo Soji without having to audition. According to Shirakura, he knew Mizushima Hiro was going to blow up, and he did not hesitate to cast Mizushima Hiro in the role as Tendo Soji in Kamen Rider Kabuto. Plus, since he grew up overseas, we got to hear him show off his English-speaking abilities, which just added to his charm. Of course, there are way more famous actors in Japan who got their start in Tokusatsu, but these two actors are the ones who stood out the most to Shirakura. For the most part, the chances of a Tokusatsu actor rising to stardom in Japan is all a gamble. Sometimes a director who just happened to catch an actor's performance in Rider Sentai will want to cast them in a future project. Sometimes an actor just happens to land a role in a drama that's watched by a lot of people. Sometimes someone will know someone. There's almost no telling how successful someone's career will be after starring in Tokusatsu. While yes, a lot of Japan's most famous actors had their start on these shows, that doesn't necessarily translate to fame. But it is still fun playing Toku actor bingo. Sometimes I'll turn on the TV, watch a drama, and see an actor I recognize. Sometimes I'll see someone I recognize in a commercial. Sometimes it's on the news. It's especially fun when I play this with my friends from Japan. A lot of them know what Kamen Rider and Super Sentai is, but they've never really watched the show past a certain age. So when a lot of them are like fangirling over Sato Takeru, I'm like, oh hey, that's Kamen Rider Den-O. And they're always like, wait, he was a Kamen Rider? Also, here's a fun story. So theaters in Japan are always quiet. If you're watching a comedy film, nobody laughs. It's just quiet. But when I went to watch Heisei Generations Forever on the premiere night in theaters, and Sato Takeru makes his cameo, it was as if everyone simultaneously squealed at the same time, including me. That was my Spider-Man No Way Home moment. In my next video, I do want to talk about the actress side of things, like Asadora and the NHK. But until next time.